Hey, what's up guys, TheJordude here, back again with another Shadowverse video. It's that time where we got a new expansion. We got Glory of Rebirth finally came out, and with Glory of Rebirth, we got Roach is back. So I'm super excited about this. I already built this deck and played a few games, and it went pretty well. There's a lot of Havens at the moment, but this deck is pretty decent against Havens, because Haven, traditionally, like Elena Haven before, is kind of slow ramping up if you could continue training with the board, and then you could just finish them with the OTK. So with Roach, as you probably know already, this one's a little bit different. You kind of have to play it multiple times and get it ramped up. So once you get at least 5 roaches on, after 5, they gain Storm, and they gain +1 attack for each roach you played in the game. If the roaches happen to evolve, then it returns to your hand, so that helps bounce it back sometimes. But it is like evil points is kind of valuable. So the way you bounce, there's not too many bounces in rotation at the moment. So we have like Nature's Guidance, of course, and then as well as Guard of Machina Tree, the new card, to help bounce. But we also, the main bouncer is actually with like the Omnis Prime Okami. So this is a really cool combo you could do. Say ideally on turn 9 you have 2 roaches in your hand. You play double roach, then you play the Okami. It bounces back your roaches to your hand, furthers your roach game plan, as well as the Okami summons 2 Okami, which gains rush. So, and also your prime Okami can storm face to get that chip damage in, while the Okami trades and controls the board. And so the Okami and roach is a really powerful combo because it recycles your roaches, plus you get a really good board advantage. It is later into the game, like turn 9, or you could do it on turn 8. With like a roach, and maybe because like we have Elf Princess, you evolve her, you could get a Fairy Wisp. You could hold on to that Fairy Wisp, so down turn 8 you play that plus a roach, then Okami. You could also have, I'm also running Cynthia now. Before Forces wasn't really playing this card, but Cynthia on 6, if you get to evolve her or like another faller, like you could use Cynthia to evolve your roach so that it could bounce back as well, or just to get extra damage in. When you evolve, you get either 2 Fairy Wisp or 2 Fairies, and then that occurs into your Okami as well. Running 2 copies of Korra, she did get buffed, so she is okay. Plus, if you do end up like ramping up your fills, you might be able to get your Roach to attack twice. Metra, of course, we're playing. We're also running 3 copies of Miracle of Love. This card is just kind of like a solid card. Fits in your curve, like in hand 6 sometimes, which is pretty good, or in turn 3. Ideally on turn 3 you want to play your Lisa. I built the deck so that your Lisa always draws your roaches for consistency's sake, and then you always get your Omnis when the Lisa dies. And then we just have like some removal, so triple Predatory Might I think is quite needed just because a lot of followers are going quite tall at the moment. And Sylvan Justice helps fill in your curve. We're running 2 copies of the Machina Tutor, just so you could tutor out your Machina Tree, again to add to your consistencies. And then we just have like the Zillia of Unkalanes just to fill in the deck, because you want to have like enough 2-drops. So the way I built the deck is that you have like your consistent tutors, and then you should be able to combo up your Roach. Like in the early game, like if you go first, you play Roach on 1. Most of the time they can't deal with it. Then you could go Machina Tree. But during the mid game, you bounce your Roach a couple times. But your main bounces are mainly going to be later on with your Prime Okami. And so yeah, this is the deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Really fun, and I'm enjoying Roach again in rotation. So if you guys have missed OTK Roach and you missed doing some Roach math, definitely give this deck a try. And let me know in the comments how you like it, and also what kind of decks you are playing at the moment with the new expansion. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you give the video a thumbs up as well, and subscribe for more videos to come. I won't be able to post a bunch of new deck and gameplay videos because I'm going to go travel around a bit Japan this weekend, so I'm going to take a bit of a delay for new videos, but we're going to get this video up. Hope you enjoyed it. We could possibly keep the guard. If we draw into the Roach, it's not bad. It's also just a 2-drop to play. Okay. If we're going to just play a 2-2 as a vanilla 2-2, I think I'd rather play the Elf Princess. Mainly because I'm going first, so I have one less evil point. Now I could play the Mercenary, which I kind of like better now. I gotta thin out my deck more, and it trades into his 1-1. Okay, he's going to use both puppets here? That's fine. We can just drop the Lisa. Next turn's a little bit awkward on what I want to do with my play points. Like if I go Roach plus guard, it's just floating one play point and I only make a 2-2. It's really inefficient. I could use a Miracle of Love here. I think Miracle of Love is the play here. We have two of them anyways. And I'll hold the Roach. Because he might have puppets, yeah. I'm surprised that he's going to trade this, though. So this turn I could go Roach plus Guard and Zealot, or I could go Lisa and Zealot. I think this is fine. Next turn I could go Miracle, or I could go double Roach, double bounce them back, or I could play like a Wellspring Princess to set up my... No, it doesn't really set up my Omni next turn. No, we don't have to Miracle here. I guess we could start getting our Roaches happening. Actually, that was kind of a misplay. I should have went for the Elf Princess here. I was thinking why I would want to get the Fairy Wisp and the Fairy into my hand, but it actually sets up my turn 7 really well, because I could go Fairy plus Fairy Wisp into Miracle of Love, and then it gets the buff. So yeah, I think that was a mistake, for sure. Okay, so next turn I could go Fairy with Rhino and Omni. My turn 7 could have been way better. What is this? This is like a control portal, I guess. He still has 3 evils. It could be like a Maisha deck. So let's see, we have so we have 6 and 7, so we have plus evil, we have 15 next turn. Okay, it was a Maisha. So I played the first 2 Roaches to meet my condition, then I could play Roach, bounce it, and play it again. So yeah, 6 and 7. But he can't even deal fully with his board, it seems. So he's just like really dead. Maybe he could deal with it. I wonder if... I think you're actually supposed to kill the Okami. Oh, does he have enough puppets? I can't remember. No. Okay, so do I still have lethal? Because with the Okami sticking. So, we had 6 and 7. Which is 13, 15, 18, and I'm playing 3 followers. So that's 21, I believe. Even more because I can play the fairy with. Alright, Haven. Elena's Haven, most likely. I think going first against them is good. Because we can't go too late into the game. We want to finish them off by turn 10. It's like when they're dead. If it gets later, they're just going to keep getting all the wards. The boards are going to get too big. We won't play the Roach here because we don't have to bounce. It's kind of risky. Although Haven has no answer to it on turn 1, so it could get a couple damage in. But I need to have it as a resource. Scripture. Okay, we'll take the scripture here. At least it's not scripturing my Lisa. Unless he has another one. We could just drop this fairy. He's not going to be able to play anything that big where my Meteor hand size won't be enough. Elenon 4. Of course. Okay, this doesn't have Bane, so that's nice. I might play this Roach just so we have like enough pressure. Let's see what we draw. Yeah, with the Roach, it's kind of like my resources are like spread out quite a bit. Now he has 2 targets he has to deal with, and with only 5 play points, he might not be able to deal with everything. But if he has like a Kel, then it clears. But kind of a risk. But he had turn 4 Elenas, so I don't know how much time we have. It's so big. Yeah, I guess it's just Metros here. It's fine. It's still good. Do you bounce back this Roach, or do we hold on to the bounce? Guess we can hold on to it. Flint 2 play points feels kind of bad, but Metro is the best play there, I think. Maybe I could have considered like bouncing back to Roach just so it's in my hand. Now it's just dying. I'm going to use this time to develop my Korra. Also, there's like no other way to clear. I could have went like Roach plus Cynthia, but then my Roach doesn't kill his hunter. Okay. So this is good. We're in a really good spot now, I think. I should have bounced back that Roach back then. Now I only have this one Roach. It's kind of awkward with my Okami. Especially on my turn 9, I want to play double Roach with Okami. This doesn't seem that strong for him. Okay, this is interesting. Could I go Omni here? I'm not sure if that was the best. Like, I could have went for an Omni. How would it work? Like, I would have to be trading both my Omnis in. But I get push damage, so maybe it was good. He's using up off his wards at least. This turn I'm pretty sure I'm using an Omni. Throwing both Omnis in feels bad, but we have to keep trading against LMS to clear the board. Our Roach now is at 3, so we have to play it at least 2 more times before we can start storming. It's really rough. My other win condition is like using the fills on an Omni so it can attack twice. Ah, burning a bounce. Oh, but now we could go Metra and Cynthia. You just value trade, I guess. He's pretty low on options. Like, we have a full board. We have a lot of damage. And now we drew our second Roach too, so that's going to be really good. With our Omnis as well. I don't see ourselves losing this game. Unless he drops like an Aegis and clears my board at the same time, which I think it's impossible. Well, let's see what he does. Like, look how big he gets his board in just one turn. See what we draw here. We might have lethal. Trade. This attack for 10, 14, 18. Ah, yeah, bye. We might have had. I don't know if we had Lisa there. I don't think we did, but if I did, make sure you comment down below if I had Lisa that turn. I don't. So he had 18. The thing is, like, I need to play Roach 2 more times before it gets stormed, so like, I don't think we could have. Could he clear my board? Nah, I don't think so, because his marksman's not evolved, so he shouldn't be able to clear. Oh my god. See. I think this is just supposed to go face. Like, the 4/4 is not killing me. He's not going to give it 16 worth of stats. And the damage from hand I don't think is possible with Haven. Ah, more wards. But my Roach can attack twice now, so it's GG, I believe. This is, yeah. We also have the guidance to bounce it back as well. But we're going to let it attack twice. More fun.